Welcome, here I've got Motorola Moto G9 Power and I'm gonna show you how to use the camera pro mode at this device. So let's start by tapping on the camera button here to open it, and for now we are in the standard photo mode. Let's change it to the pro by using this settings bar and just simply going to the right to this button, so we get access to other modes of this camera. And now in the photo modes we have the pro mode, so let's pick it. Here we are. This mode gives us possibilities to choose some shooting parameters by ourselves. This is useful when we want to learn photographic skills or making experiments with photography. So let me start with this settings bar. Let's go from the right. The first one button here allows us to control the exposure compensation of the picture, so we get access to the slider as you can see, and by going on it to the right we can make our photo more bright. By going to the left we can make it more dark as you can see. At the center we have 0 and 0 parameters, so there's no problem to go back to the auto settings with the exposure compensation. Now let's move to the next one button. Here we have the ISO, so we can control the camera's sensitivity to light. By using this slider we can make it less sensitive from 100, and by going to the right we can make it more sensitive to 3 and 2000 of it, so this is really wide spectrum. At the beginning of the slider, of course, we have the auto settings, so we can easily go back to the auto ISO. Now let's move to the next one button. Here we have the shutter speeds, so we can change the time of taking photo, and we can pick from the time 1 and 6,000 of second. This is really short time and this should be better to objects, for example in move, to frozen them at the picture with the good light. By going to the right we can make our time of taking photo much longer, so we can also get more light to our camera. And we have the longest time, 32 seconds, so this should be definitely better to objects that are stable. At the beginning, of course, we have the auto settings, so we can easily go back. The next one button here is the white balance, so we can adjust the temperature of our picture in Kelvin degrees, and this is also connected with the light we have in the area where we take a picture. So by using the slider we can pick, for example here with these small icons, the tungsten light, then white fluorescent light, daylight and the cloudy light. As you can see, by going to the right we can make our photo more warm. By going to the left we can make it more cold, so this is kind of balance between the blue and the orange light. And of course at the beginning we have the auto settings. Now let's move to the last one button here. Here we have the focusing. Now we are on the autofocus. By using this slider we can change it to the manual focus, and as you can see this is how to use it. And of course we can easily go back to the beginning of the slider to go back to the autofocus. And also we have one extra thing. When we adjust all of the settings manually and want to go back to the auto, we don't have to do it separately in every of this button. We can just tap here and go out from the settings, and we have one extra button here from the right. When we pick it, all of this goes back to the auto, so this is really easy. And now let's move to this button here. When we tap it, we get access to more settings about the camera we can manage. Most of them is also in standard photo mode, but in the Pro we have one extra thing with the format. So we can pick the JPEG format, which is now. We can also pick the RAW format. So this is really pro option because the RAW is used by professional photographers to taking photos with more details and post-producing them in graphic programs. And also we have option to RAW plus JPEG. So this is really cool thing. Now let's stay on the JPEG. And to close it we have to just simply tap again here. And now let me use all of these settings to take a picture. So let's make the photo more bright here. Then ISO maybe here, and the shutter speed, let's stay on this one. The white balance maybe more warm, and the focusing, let's stay on the auto because it's better to my conditions. And to see my picture let's move to the right to this button, so we get quick access to the gallery. And this is how it works here. Thanks for watching, subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.